Alright, so yesterday Driving Empire put out a poll, and it asked a kind of interesting question, as you can probably tell. And what it says here is, which licensed track would you most like to see in the game? Now, I can't remember who said it, but someone said that not all of them would be able to come to the game. Like, if they were going to try and license a track, not all of them would be able to come to the game, which kind of sucks because there's a couple interesting ones here, but, you know, whatever. Anyway, so we have the first one being the Nürburgring. I feel like that's a popular one, and as you can tell, it is winning so far here. Like, it is winning. Next one after that is the Circuit the Spa. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not even gonna try and pronounce the second bit of their name. We got Laguna Seca Studio Speedway, which is a cool track. To be honest, that's like my second one I would want to go to. Then we just got Monza. I'm not gonna say the whole like front bit of it. I personally went for Monza. It's kind of cool. I would also like, if there was Silverstone there, I would pick Silverstone, but no, Monza. And then this last bit is just other, but like, can't be asked to go in suggestions. So there's definitely some like suggestions for some other circuits, but these are the main ones that they put here. Now, sadly, this doesn't confirm a track coming, but kind of like the truck question that was asked, it's to try and gather what people actually want to see coming to the game. Now, as this poll is winning on Nürburgring, they're most likely going to go try and get like the Nürburgring license. I think the Nürburgring is a cool track, but it gets like seen and used a lot in games. So like, I feel like we could have some other ones, but you know, it's whatever. Other than that though, I think it's gonna be really cool to see like a licensed track in game. Now, we obviously do have the map coming later this year, and it is getting ever so close to like when it is meant to come out, like around June, July time. I know we're still like, you know, 3-4 months away, but like it's much closer than it was in January, so that's that. But with the new map coming, like, we could have one of these tracks like actually off on a separate island. Say for example, if Nürburgring was going to get added, it could be another island you have to drive to, kind of like what we have now with the NASCAR race, where you've got a long bridge. Obviously make like it connected, because this is kind of dumb. I feel like it should have stayed connected with this road, like curving round. But anyway, you know what I mean? Like, if they were gonna have the new map, they could have the like one of these tracks off somewhere, and they could have it connected up, and you know, other things like that. I feel like that would be cool. But yeah, it seems a cool poll, and there's nothing else for me to go over really for that. This doesn't mean it's going to 100% be the Nürburgring, but it's a good, like, I guess, thought to have on an update in the future. We'll have to see. And then another thing I do want to quickly go over is they put out a poll like a couple more days ago, and it was, what would you like to see more of in game? And it says racing improvements, roleplay features, more in-game events, customization improvements, and then more variety of vehicles. Now, personally, I know I clicked more variety of vehicles here, but I didn't really read it all through that much, and I just clicked that. I think, personally, even though my votes obviously shows that, I think we should probably have more like in-game events and customization improvements rather than more variety of vehicles, because a problem with more variety of vehicles is that people are just going to complain. So say for example, when we got the Devil Truck, now I was kind of one of the complainers at first, but then it got added and we have these full doors, so I cannot complain anymore. But if we have some like vehicles that are not known, so kind of like, you know, TVR's not as known now as it was before. I guess it is still kind of known, but anyway, they've also got some other ones, like kids don't probably know like Noble, really. I don't think kids would know Noble. Same with like Lotus maybe, I don't know. But like, if we have more variety of vehicles, it's just gonna have more people complaining, I think anyway. Mostly kids complaining, but like, I think it wouldn't be that good. I think it would be probably better to have like customization improvements and more in-game events. More in-game events would make the game a little bit more like enjoyable, because grinding is boring, and I feel like with an in-game event they could actually make grinding actually, you know, semi-fun to do, because you know, it's not that fun. really. There's like you alt grind and then you go up and up and down highway. That's the only two ways of grinding in game. I guess you could like have a friend, but that's like it's still boring. I think different vehicle varieties would be cool, but a lot of people would just complain, really, if you think about it. And I don't know, it's kind of an interesting one, but personally I think I'd rather have more events and improve customization. I think that's the two ways to go. Customization is just like, even for me who has a little bit of money, like the customization is expensive. To upgrade a car that costs $1 million, you have to grind another around 400 to 500k just to upgrade that. And same with some more expensive cars. Some cars, or like the Jesko here, this thing costs 15 or 16 million. I can't actually remember the price. I think it's 16. I don't know. Anyway, this thing costs a lot, and then it's literally like half of what it costs to upgrade. Now granted, it is a little bit less than half, but it's basically half, which to us I think like they shouldn't be that much for upgrades. It seems really like stupid to me. Upgrades shouldn't make the car like, you know, that much quicker, like crazy better. They should make the car better, but like, you know, I don't know, they just shouldn't be as expensive as they are. So maybe they could do some things with that. I wanted to cover the track thing, and then I didn't really want to make a whole video for the like improvement stuff, because it's really just like a poll asking what people want to see. But yeah, personally I think it's gonna be cool having a licensed tracking game, even though when the new map comes around, I'm definitely gonna miss this map and then this circuit race. That's like, this has been in the game for ages, and to us it's actually, you know, like a cool like layout for a race, but it is getting old now. This map is getting old, and it has been really old for a while now. Like, I think I can speak for a lot of old players. We're bored of this thing. At least I am bored of this map. Like, it's a cool map, but just I'm bored of it. I want a whole new one, and we do have a whole new one coming later this year. So having a new circuit, like a whole licensed new circuit with that, would be cool. And then maybe what they could do is they could have like a rotating licensed circuit, you know, thing. So like 1 month or 1 week it's, you know, the Nürburgring, next week it's Monza, or, you know, Spa or something. I don't know, but we'll have to see. Tell me what circuit you personally want and what improvements you want to like see come to the game. They should have put like a more like other thing in the improvements, whatever. Anyway, tell me what you want to see, and yeah, I'm hoping it'll be cool. Have a good day.